Hey everyone, welcome to Nothing Nerdy. I, like all of you, am anxiously awaiting the next Star Wars film. Just recently, J.J. Abrams revealed that Episode 9 finished filming. He made this announcement on social media and posted this picture. I don't know about all of you, but this picture certainly made me feel a little emotional and a little sad to know that this series will be coming to an end. Now, I know that after Episode 8, a lot of you have given up on these movies and may not even go to see the new movie. But for me, the saga has always been about the Skywalker family, and I'm excited to see how all 9 movies will come together, as J.J. Abrams has promised. So anyway, back to this photo. Let's take a closer look. First, the setting. We can clearly see that they're in the desert, so this is leading me to believe that they're either on Jakku or perhaps Tatooine. I think either are fairly likely. If they go back to Jakku, it means we're going to learn more about Rey's family, and if there is any significance to her lineage. I personally think she's a Kenobi, but that's a story for another video. Or, as I mentioned, they could be going to Tatooine. This would make more sense because, again, the saga has always been about the Skywalkers, and Tatooine is where both Anakin and his son Luke grew up. So perhaps something in the plot is going to lead them there. Or they could actually be going to a completely new planet, but I think that is rather unlikely. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Rey's face. Okay. I could be overthinking this, but I think it's really interesting that we don't see Rey's face in this photo. We see Poe, we see Finn, but we do not see Rey's face. Why? Perhaps it's a coincidence, or maybe she received some kind of injury from an epic lightsaber between her and Kylo Ren. You know, maybe there's some kind of battle that they don't want to give away any hints to. Maybe. Again, I might be making way too much of this, but it was a detail in the photo that caught my attention. Actually, for a second there, I was wondering maybe that was her stunt double, but from what I read, she finished filming a while ago. Anyway, next up, Rey's staff. To the right of Poe, we see what looks like Rey's staff. This says a lot to me. In the end of The Last Jedi, we see Rey put down her staff and pick up the lightsaber as her weapon. So, why is she still using her staff? Does she decide not to become a Jedi, or maybe not fully embrace becoming a Jedi? Or, which I think would be really cool, does she make her own really cool lightsaber and make it part staff and part lightsaber? I think that would be really, really fun to see. Kind of reminds me of the animated series Star Wars Rebels, where Ezra, I think it was in the 2nd season, made his own lightsaber, and it was part blaster and part lightsaber. So I think it would be really cool if Rey kind of made her own thing, which is most likely going to happen, assuming, maybe, because in The Last Jedi, we see when her and Kylo Ren go up against each other, and they're both using the Force to try and grab the lightsaber, it breaks in half, and Rey no longer has a lightsaber. So I think it'd be really cool to see her make something of her very own in this next film. Finally, hair and clothing. So, John Boyega confirmed a while ago that this next film is going to take place about 1 year after the events of The Last Jedi. So we can see, at least in Finn, that his hair has grown out a little bit. We can also see that they're wearing different clothing than that's seen in Episode 7 and 8. Episode 8 picked up right after Episode 7. So, same clothing. We knew from the trailers that not really any time had passed. In Episode 9, again, Boyega confirmed that it takes place about a year after The Last Jedi. So this is just my interpretation of this photo. I would love to hear from all of you. What details did I miss that you see? What other clues are hidden in this picture that might give us more information about the next movie? So here's hoping that we get more photos and hopefully a trailer soon. I can't wait for Episode 9. Hope you guys are excited too. Thanks for listening, everyone. This is Nothing Nerdy signing off.